if we look at these IEB results, they are still incredibly good. That decline is so marginal. Is it even worth noting?
So first of all, thanks for having me. And I'd like to wish, I think it's amazing results. And I'd like to wish the class of 2020 congratulations. If you think about the year that they went through, the difficulties that they were faced with, and they still were able to achieve this type of result of a 98.0% result, it truly is impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how, as far as you know, what are some of the important steps that these students, along with their schools and their teachers, were able to take during the hard lockdown, during the year of COVID-19, to still come out at this rate?
So I think each school was unique and each school did different things, but I really do believe that the teachers, and congratulations to the teachers, that in many cases, the teachers went over and above for their students. They realized the pandemic, they realized the difficulties, and they were able to adjust, and they gave the students the support that they needed and that they required. They were a team, basically, in most cases.
Yeah. Eli, you're the CEO of IEB Academy, an online school, and that is such an important part of the matric class of 2020 and its story. You know, is it a story that we'll now see in the coming years means the beginning of more online schooling, perhaps as the way forward?
I do believe that I do believe that online schooling will become more popular. However, there still is always going to be a space for the face-to-face classroom. Online schooling will never overtake 100% the face-to-face classroom.
Yeah, and of course, the issue when we talk about online schooling and the big role that it's had to play, particularly in our matric class of 2020, there is that whole segment of the population in our country, due to infrastructure problems, due to income inequalities in our country, that were not able to take advantage of online lessons.
Most definitely, for sure. And I think that was a challenge, and especially data. Data was also a challenge. Many students didn't have data. Many students didn't have tablets. Many students didn't have access to computer libraries. So that most definitely were all challenges. That some students had access and some students did not have access. Definitely was a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, so what do you think should happen? What do you think should happen now in terms of addressing these kinds of challenges? We don't know still what the future holds for COVID-19 in our country. There is talk, despite the vaccination rollout beginning, that there may well be a third wave of infections. We don't know what the future holds, essentially. What should government have been putting in place already to ensure that those students who were disadvantaged previously can now take advantage of online schooling if it is indeed needed?
I think there are many advantages to online learning, especially if you can make sure that there's monitoring and proactive support. And what I think is that I do believe that if we can open up online schooling to more students in the form of giving them proactive support, it most definitely will help a lot of students.
Yeah. In terms of, you know, if you look at the IEB results more specifically, what are some of the subjects that you can see perhaps students struggled with, given that classes had to go online for much of the year?
I think that maths and I think the real question is actually maths and science. How did students do in maths and science? And if I look at maths and science, I think students actually did quite well, and that is actually quite impressive.
Again, a feat for the students as much as it is for the teachers as well. Eli Katz, thanks very much for coming on to the AM report this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Some interesting results there coming out of the Independent Examinations Board, recording 98.0% 2020 matric pass rate. Incredible results, and congratulations to all of those students again.